Hey guys, Danny here. Today I've got another drone video for you. This is a pretty special drone. It's one of the best I have used of its size, so I'll definitely stick around and check out the rest of this review video. As always, if you'd like to purchase this drone, I'll put a link down in the description for you, and I'll see if I can find some coupon codes. I'm going to be unboxing this for you, and then we're going to take this on a flight test, so stay tuned for that. As you can see, this is quite a small compact design. It did really grow on me because not only is it a small drone, it performs a lot better than you think it would for its size. It has some quite smart technology packed into this little thing. It does have altitude hold, and it uses visual positioning to keep its position so it doesn't get blown away by the wind, and this actually worked fairly well in my testing. The drone feels really nice in the hand. It feels high quality. It doesn't feel too flimsy or too lightweight. It feels well made. The battery has a quite interesting design. It's bright orange, as you can see, so it's quite a contrast to the white. I actually quite like the look of it. The specifications for the battery are 920 milliamps an hour at 3.8 volts. It simply clicks into place and should give us around a 10-minute flight time according to the specifications, but I'll be the judge of that when I test it. There's this little button here that you press to release it, and then it simply pulls out. You get 4 prop guards also. I didn't use these in my testing. You also get 6 props, 2 are spares, which is a little bit odd. You also get, of course, a micro USB charging cable, a manual which unfortunately is only in Chinese. The props don't come pre-installed, so you put these on yourself by simply just pushing them into place. To take them off, they just pop off, but they did remain secure throughout my testing. The LED indicators are on the bottom of the drone, which I found a bit of a weird placement. Here you can see it flashes blue when it's charging. One of the places you definitely feel the value for this drone is in the app. It's smooth, well thought out, and generally worked pretty well during my testing. There are also several settings you can adjust on this drone, such as the control sensitivity, the height that the drone can go to, some options for the camera, and much more. You do also get a rough battery feedback status, but I didn't find this to be very accurate, but it does give you a warning when the drone is low on battery, which is always nice. What's also nice to see is there does appear to be a firmware upgrade option on this drone. I had the latest version, but it's nice to know if any updates are pushed out, we can get them. As you would expect in a modern drone, this has automatic takeoff and landing. It doesn't have any GPS, but it holds its position really well here, as you can see, using visual positioning. This drone really surprised me how stable and responsive it was immediately and throughout my testing. It was extremely responsive to my control input. As soon as I let go of the controls, it resumed hovering in the position that I let go from. There seemed to be no delay. The response time was really nice and on point. This is probably one of the most responsive Wi-Fi drones that I have used, and probably one of the most stable. It did struggle a little bit when I took it higher up. This is definitely to be expected, however, for a drone of this size. The Wi-Fi FPV signal held up pretty well most of the time, and it was of a decent quality. I took several pictures and also some video, which I will be showing you shortly. This drone is able to pull off some impressive flips. They are really concise, tight, and the drone also holds its height really well. I did this several times, and you can see it holds its position really well.
Battery low. Please be careful.
You'll also hear this little indicator that says my battery's low already when I'd only been flying for a few minutes. This seemed to be incorrect because I still got quite a decent battery life in the end, but it seemed to just give me a really hasty warning. My total flight time was around 9 minutes. Here I do another little test to see the stability of the drone. I push it, which is not something I would recommend doing, especially with a bigger drone, because the propellers could quite easily cut you. On this you see that I do actually touch them, and it cuts out immediately, which is exactly what you would hope it would do. It tells me to set it down on the ground, and it automatically resets itself, which is just another little thing that adds to the usability of this drone. It kind of seems to know exactly what's going on. So I set it down, it does a little bit of reconfiguration, and then allows me to immediately take off again. So this was really impressive. Headless mode is not something I typically use on drones because I often find it doesn't work very well, but it works perfectly on this drone. You can see that I'm continuously spinning, but the controls remained in the same direction the whole time. So this again really impressed me. Lastly but not least, we're going to take a look at the camera. Here's some pictures taken directly from the drone. What's interesting about how the camera system works on this is it actually has 4 GB of internal storage. Any pictures and videos are saved to this, and you then download them to your phone after you are finished. So you get some pretty decent quality picture and video. You can see there seems to be a little bit of like a jello effect in this video. Hopefully this can be fixed in a future firmware update, but overall the quality is pretty impressive, especially for the price point that this drone is at. I was quite surprised with it, and it also seemed quite stable. This is probably due to how well the drone holds its position, and it has a nice wide field of view and picks up the light really well. So as I said, when you want to retrieve any photos or video from the device, you go into settings, then into gallery. You can select the clips you want to download and simply hit download at the bottom. One thing that's slightly frustrating is you have to rely on the drone to be switched on for this to work, and a few times the battery died as I was transferring files. What is nice though is when you power the drone back on, it seems to remember where you was at on your download and continue from there, but it is slightly annoying that you can't have the drone plugged in and switched on at the same time. I couldn't manage to do this. I have no problems whatsoever recommending this product. If you was thinking of buying it, I don't think you'll be disappointed. It does have a few little hiccups which are slightly annoying, such as the LEDs being on the bottom, but overall this feels like a well-refined, well-made product. If you have any questions about it, please leave a comment for me. And of course, if you'd like to buy this product, there's a link down in the description. Thanks for watching guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing for more videos like this one. And of course, I will see you in the next one.